Marksman's Marriott Edgar. When Sam Small joined the regiment, he were no but a raw recruit, and they marched him away one wintry day, his musket course to shoot. They woke him up at the crack o' dawn, wi' many a nudge and shake. He were dreaming that the sergeant had broke his neck, and he didn't want to wake. Lieutenant Bird came on parade, and chided the lads for mooning. He talked in a voice like a pound o' plums, his tonsils needed pruning. Move to the right by fours, he said, crisp like but most severe, but Sam didn't know his right from his left, so pretended he didn't hear. Said Lieutenant, Sergeant, take this man's name. The sergeant took out his pencil. Were getting ashamed o' taking Sam's name, and were thinking o' cutting a stencil. Sam carried a musket, a knapsack and coat, spare boots that he'd managed to wangle, a hatchet, a spade. In fact, as Sam said, he'd got everything bar tea kitchen mangle. March easy men, Lieutenant cried, as the musket range grew near. March easy me blushing and Fanny, said Sam, what a chance with all this air. When they told him to fire at 500 yards, Sam nearly had a fit, for a 6-foot wall, or the Albert Hall, were all were likely to it. He'd fitted a cork in his musket and, to keep his powder dry, and he didn't remember to take it out, the first time he let fly. His gun went off with a kind o' pop, where his bullet went no one knew, but next day they spoke of a tinker's smoke, being killed by a cork. In crew. At 300 yards, Sam shut his eyes, and took a careful aim. He failed to score but the marker swore, and walked away quite lame. At 200 yards, Sam fired so wild, that the sergeant feared for his skin, and the lads all cleared into the neighboring field, and started to dig themselves in. Ooh, Sergeant. I hear a scraping noise, said Sam. What can it be? The noise that eared were Lieutenant Bird, who were climbing the nearest tree. Ooh, Sergeant. Said Sam. I've hit the bull. What price my shooting now? Said the sergeant. A bull? You garmless fool, yon isn't a bull. It's a cow. At 50 yards his musket kicked, and went off with a noise like a blizzard, and down came a crow looking fair surprised, with the ramrod through his gizzard. As he loaded his musket to fire agent, said the sergeant, don't waste shot. You'd best fix bayonets and charge, my lad, it's the only chance you've got. Sam kept loading his gun while the sergeant spoke, till the bullets peeped out of the muzzle, when all of a sudden it went off bang. What made it go were a puzzle. The bullets flew out in a kind of a spray, and everything round got peppered, when they counted his score. He'd got 8 bull's eyes, 4 magpies, 2 lambs and a shepherd. And the sergeant for the Scott a DCM, and the colonel and OBE Lieutenant Bird got the D's. Oh, and Sam got 5 days CB.